Jesse Waters, prime time tonight.
If we don't get this election right, your wife, your daughter, your mother will become collateral damage to your rage.
Hope and change turn into fear and rage. Michelle Obama isn't always proud of her country, but when she is, it means she's about to win.
People in this country are ready for change and hungry for a different kind of politics. And let me tell you something, for the first time in my adult life, I am proud of my country because it feels like hope is finally making a comeback.
But now that her husband's retired and it's Kamala's turn, she's not proud of her country anymore.
Why on earth is this race even close? I lay awake at night wondering what in the world is going on. And it's clear to me that the question isn't whether Kamala is ready for this moment, because by every measure, she has demonstrated that she's ready. The real question is, as a country, are we ready for this moment?
No one's ready. We're not, because she's not. But let's play this game. By what measure has Kamala demonstrated that she's ready for this moment? Just give me one. She's never won a single vote, and she's run for president twice. What'd she do as senator? Take all the time you need. What'd she do as VP? Just give me one accomplishment. Michelle Obama says Americans aren't ready for Kamala because she's a black woman. Well, how does that make sense if the country was ready for Michelle Obama? Remember in Chicago, they said if Michelle ran, the White House was hers? Same with Oprah. But Michelle says it's not a black woman thing, it's a man thing.
To anyone out there thinking about sitting out this election or voting for Donald Trump or a third-party candidate in protest because you're fed up, let me warn you, your rage does not exist in a vacuum. If we don't get this election right, your wife, your daughter, your mother, we as women will become collateral damage to your rage. So are you as men prepared to look into the eyes of the women and children you love and tell them that you supported this assault on our safety?
Michelle is saying men who vote Trump don't give a blank about the women in their lives. First, they called us toxic, then racist, and now they say if we vote Trump, it's the same thing as murdering our mother. Now, my mom and I don't see eye to eye on politics, but I'd like to keep her around. Getting scolded by Barack was one thing, but he's always been the soft dad. You don't want to get Michelle mad. When she gets home, look out. And I look at myself in the mirror every day. I'm not mad. I look at Michelle. She's mad. All their people are going nuts.
I just want to start. It makes me so angry that we're here talking about a piece of like Donald Trump.
And then there's Whoopi, who says Donald Trump's going to break up interracial marriages, deport the minority, and then let the white guy stay and remarry.
Talking about you, it's us. He's not going to, say, oh, you're with a white guy, I'm going to keep you from being deported. No, he's going to deport you and put the white guy with someone else. The man is out there.
It's getting so crazy. Barack and Michelle, they think they know better. Rich celebrities are getting dragged out of their mansions to stand on stage with Kamala like a hostage video. You turn on the TV at 6 a.m. and they're talking about Hitler. Good morning, here's the weather, here's the traffic, and you're a Nazi. With 8 days to go, Democrats are trying to recapture the fake energy they manufactured in August. They're pulling out every stop because Kamala can't do it on her own.
Scripture reminds us, weeping may endure for a night, but joy cometh in the morning. The path may seem hard, the work may seem heavy, but joy cometh in the morning, and church morning is on its way.
Americans are like, you know what? We know enough about Kamala now. We're good. And anyone with real talent gets on stage and doesn't perform. It's like they're blinking help in Morse code. Eminem and Beyonce just read from a script. That's like Seinfeld endorsing you when he gets on stage and doesn't tell a joke. Michelle says you have to lower your standards.
So I hope you'll forgive me if I'm a little frustrated that some of us are choosing to ignore Donald Trump's gross incompetence while asking Kamala to dazzle us at every turn.
We don't expect Kamala to dazzle us. We expect her not to befuddle us. We expect her to be honest and get to the point. We know she has no charisma. We know she's a politician, but we'd like an answer to a direct question once in a while.
He called you, Madam Vice President, a very low IQ person and said, I think she needs to take a cognitive test. I think Kamala should have a test because there's something missing, there's something wrong with her. Would you take a cognitive test?
Sure. I would challenge him to take the same one.
No, he already took one. You made him take one when he was president. Remember? Person, woman, man, camera, TV. And then you refused to make Biden take one. That's why she's the nominee. Michelle feels sorry for Kamala because she's getting picked apart. Well, what do you expect? She's running to be the president of the United States. This is a real job this time. It's not like being VP where you could just disappear for 2 weeks and the country wouldn't notice. The problem is they've set the bar for her so low, the fact that she's not living up to it makes it even more painful. Bill Clinton has a better idea. With 8 days to go, the campaign should just try something new. Now, in '92, Bill Clinton famously said, Republicans care more about my past than your future. It's a good line. Today, he says, quote, I think people are basically sick of all this paralyzing bad-mouthing. I think that what she ought to do is to pick the things that she cares about the most and that she believes in and then go beyond what's been done. Translation, stop constantly bad-mouthing Trump and focus on the future. Kamala's super PAC is saying, guys, calling Trump a fascist isn't working. We got to start talking about our economic agenda for the people. The truth is, all of these attacks only make Trump stronger and forge a bond that can't be broken with the public.
You've said that Trump has a special connection with the people of
100%.
Pennsylvania. Why? What is it that you see that he appeals to in your state?
There's a difference between not understanding, but also acknowledging that it exists. And anybody spends time driving around and you can see the intensity. It's astonishing. I was doing an event in Indiana County, very, very red. And there was a superstore of Trump stuff. And it was 100 feet long. And it was dozens of T-shirts and hats and bumper stickers and all kinds. I mean, it's like, where does this all come from? I mean, it was almost like Taylor Swift kind of swag. It's like something very special exists there. And that doesn't mean that I admire it. It's just like, it's real.
American men don't feel rage. We feel regret. This country made a mistake voting for Biden last time. Didn't work out. By voting Trump back in office, we're saying, my bad, won't happen again. That's accountability. That's what real men do.
I've heard so much about Trump being angry and he's a fascist and a dictator, but the problem is when I listen to him, I don't hear any of that.
Dazzle, dazzle, befuddle, befuddle, intensity, intensity, astonishing, astonishing, swag, swag.
If you enjoy this content, please consider subscribing to my channel to stay up to date with future videos. Thank you for watching.